This is Owl Control from Safari Pedals. Let's check it out. All right, before we get into this video, I just want to say a couple things. One, Safari Pedals sent over this plugin for me to check out, but they have no say into what goes into the video, nor will they see it before it goes live on YouTube. Also, I just want to say that when I make these videos, I'm doing this like in a real world scenario. Like I'm writing and recording all this music myself, and I'm using this plugin in a way that would be like a normal workflow for me. I'm not taking a pre-recorded track and just doing A/B comparisons. You know, I've seen reviews of plugins where they don't even give you sound examples and they're just basically talking about it in generic terms. It takes a lot of work to set up the sound capturing, the video editing, the screen capture, and be able to be as transparent as possible with what these things actually sound like. So if that's something you're interested in and you'd like to see more of, please consider liking this video for the YouTube algorithm. All right, let's get into it. So normally when I'm doing a mix, I reach for some pretty standard compressors I've been using for a while now. I'll use on kick the Slate Digital 401 in the virtual mix rack. I'll use their Distressor clone on bass. And then on my drum bus, I'll use either one of the Slate Digital ones, or recently I've been using the SSL native bus compressor, and I've also been using the SSL native bus compressor on my mix bus. But for this mix, I used only the Owl Control on all those things, and I gotta say, it's probably one of the better mixes I've ever done. All right, so let's just check out the song using Owl Control on all those things, and then I'll turn off Owl Control and you can kind of hear the difference. So to me, it just sounds a lot tighter. It just sounds a little bit more defined. It's funny that they call it Owl Control because I really do feel like it gives you a lot more control over your mix. So starting with the kick drum, I use the pump setting, which is kind of like the more aggressive sounding compressor in this plugin. And then I started with the drums on Owl Nose Candy as the preset and kind of made some tweaks from there. The blend's at 57%. The input's coming in pretty hot. The ratio is 6:8. The gain reduction isn't like really, I'm not crushing it, but it is enough to just kind of tighten it up. So if you like what you hear of Owl Control so far, there is an affiliate link in the description. For $32, you can go pick it up. A small portion of your purchase will come back to this channel. And I gotta say, $32 for a 4-in-1 compressor, really easy to use, sounds really good. Other compressors will be twice as much, or they're only available in subscriptions. I don't know. I mean, to me, this seems like a pretty awesome deal. So moving on, let's go to the drum bus. And on the drum bus, I used the mix bus setting. Again, I'm hitting it kind of hard, but I didn't use auto gain on this one. I just kind of turned it down manually on the output. A slower attack to let the transients through, and it's blended in at 46%. All right, so let's check out the bass. This is probably where I used Owl Control most aggressively. I used the smooth setting, and then I started with the fatty bass preset and kind of made some tweaks from there. So the input is really hot at 24 dB. And then again, I manually changed the output just to kind of tame it a little bit. Super fast speed. I mean, I could probably stand to do a better performance on that, but I feel like the sound is pretty nice. The mix bus is where this thing really shines. I put this on the master bus, and I started with the mix bus magic preset. It's on the mix bus setting, and I turned up the width on this thing a little bit, and I found a really nice sweet spot that just seems to enhance everything that's on the far sides on the left and right channels. The blend is pretty hot at 85%, so yeah, let's just take a listen to it. I think overall what's really nice about it is just how much it tightens everything up. It truly is a control compressor. I'm excited to try out some of these other features in here, like the lo-fi feature. I'm very curious as to how that sounds on things. And I'm really just excited to be using it as maybe my default compressor on, you know, some of the standard stuff that I do, like always throwing it on a kick, always throwing it on, you know, the mix bus or the drum bus. I think it sounds really awesome on bass. And for $32, I feel like you really can't beat that price for as versatile and as good sounding as this thing is. All right, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.